Are you hesitating to get into furnished real estate due to the high cost of quality furnishings? What if I told you that you can get amazing wholesale deals from top tier companies like West Elm, Pottery Barn, Sonoma through our partner, Host GPO? In today's episode, you'll learn how to access these deals and some amazing insights on furnishings from our very own Jen Sexton from our sponsor, Host GPO. Hello, hello. My name is Dr. Rachel Gainsborough, and I am obsessed with all things short-term rentals, revenue streams, and helping you navigate your career, real estate, and your busiest and most wonderful seasons of life. So grab your coffee, get comfortable as you get ready to learn and grow with me. This is the Luxury Rental Doctor Podcast. Well, hello, friend. This season, we are bringing you exclusive insights from our recent luxury midterm rental wealth retreat. We are so thrilled to have the amazing Jen Sexton with us. She's the creative project manager at Host GPO. Now, she's got years of hospitality industry insights, and she knows really what it takes to elevate properties and bring them to the next level. So Jen's going to show us all the furnishings that are worth investing in and some of the ones that we can kind of use a little bit of savings on. And of course, this is all through amazing wholesale deal opportunities to ensure that we're bringing high quality to our properties, but our guests are really having a premium type of experience, and they're willing to pay for that, which is awesome. Now, we personally use Host GPO products. Our members love them too. One of my favorite Host GPO products are their mattresses, guys. Ooh, and they have a brand new hand soap and hand lotion, which I absolutely love as well. So really, again, by focusing on quality furnishings, this is how you enhance your property. You stand out from the crowd. You're not one of those Me Too properties that are on the marketplace that's getting lower revenue and bottom dollar. Okay, so the goal here is to enhance your guest satisfaction. You increase your revenue without necessarily having to increase the number of properties. You don't need that many properties. So Jen and Host GPO team, they help us achieve these higher standards. Thank you, Host GPO. Thanks for the sponsorship and thanks for joining us today, guys. So let's get started with today's episode.
Without further ado, Jen Sexton from Host GPO. Welcome, my goodness.
Oh, well, thank you. My goodness. Wait, who are we talking about here? Because
I'm going to get your water in a second.
Oh, thank you. This is such a hard follow, you guys. My goodness, thank you.
Absolutely.
Well, can we give it up for Dr. Rachel and her team, you guys? This has been truly amazing. I just want to say that I am incredibly grateful to be here. It's been an honor to watch each of you connect with one another, having those aha moments, and really understanding your true potential. And it's funny because I'm giving a presentation today, and after chatting with a handful of you over the last 2 days, this morning I completely changed my presentation. But it was to share my story. My presentation before this was really all about sharing what we can do at Host GPO. But I think it's really important for me to share my story and share why I'm here, why I'm so passionate about this industry, and why I want to be here to be a resource for all of you, and I want to help you guys as much as I possibly can. So, with that being said, we are going to talk today about design that sells. Obviously, that's very, very important. It's something that I am incredibly passionate about. For as long as I can remember, I have loved creating experiences. I look back to when I was much younger, thank you, and I didn't realize it until probably like a few years ago that, oh my gosh, like this is what I was meant to do. I love creating experiences, I love helping people, but ultimately like I love seeing the joy that like it brings other people. So let's go ahead and move on. This is my family. This is my why right here. Just a little bit about me. So this is my husband and our 2 children. Our son Gresham, it's a family name. A lot of people are like, how did you come up with that name? It's a family name. My father-in-law, it's his middle name and he's the third, and he warned us, do not name your child Gresham. I hated that name growing up, but we did anyway. So he's 5, turning 6 in a few months, and then our daughter Navy. Navy just turned 9. She's amazing. She's definitely a daddy's girl, and of course my husband Brett. So I am a host in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I host a short-term rental, and I'm going to share that journey and how I got there, but also to how I got to where I am today. I was a professional photographer shooting high-end weddings for nearly 15 years. Photography was my passion. I loved connecting with people. I can relate to a lot of different personalities. I can handle them very well. So it was easy for me to deal with bridezillas. It was easy for me to deal with mothers of the bride. But you guys, after 15 years of working every single weekend in the summer, by the way, which in Wisconsin, that's your bread and butter. That's why I live there. I don't live there for the winter months. Every winter comes and I'm like, Brett, we're moving. I'm not doing it again. I'm not staying here for another winter. And then I had to plan my babies around my wedding season. So I have winter birthdays. That's horrible. I never wanted a winter birthday for my children. I'm a party planner. I'm a creative. There's nothing to do inside in Wisconsin in the winter. But anyway, back to the story. So I was burnt out, and I decided that it was time for me to leave that career aside. And it was hard because I was very successful. And to say goodbye to a career that you've poured your heart and soul into for 15 years, but I knew there was something else out there for me. Over the years, I also was a designer, and I worked on the vision team for Pottery Barn. That was my outlet. I loved it. It was a part-time job for me. I was full-time for a part of the time, depending on what my photography schedule looked like. But it was a way for me to get out of the house, to get dressed up. I was a new mom. I got to design for people. And I got a really great discount, you guys. Yeah. After I decided that I was going to put photography aside, I really didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew I needed to do something that was creative. So I started a staging business. I was like, this is perfect. I've always loved interior design. I actually went to college for a short time for interior design. I have an art degree. And I quickly realized how much I do not like moving furniture. And it was eating into my profit when I had to hire people out. And so I started that business, and within a year I knew this is not what I want to do. But I had shared with my family, my friends, I had social media, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm meant for. Now what? So I had always, and this is no lie, about 5 years ago, I have 3 really great friends. They're entrepreneurs. They're all from the wedding photography industry. And we would travel every single year, the 4 of us. We did this for 5 years before all of us had kids. And actually, no, we had kids after that. But we really just connected and supported one another. And we went to these amazing locations. Like we went to Mexico one year. We went to San Diego, to Palm Springs. We'd have a photo shoot while we were there because we were all photographers. We could walk around town and our husbands were not yelling at us for taking pictures of everything. But most importantly, we really just were there to support one another and talk about what is it that you want to do next? How can we be there for you? And I remember about 5 years ago, I said, I think I want to design homes for Airbnb. And they were like, is there a market for that? I don't know. I have no idea. I wasn't ready to make that leap yet. And so one of the women from that group a few years ago said, hey, let's go into business together. I'm a graphic designer. She's a graphic designer. I'll do all the branding. You can do all the interior design, and then we can do all the social media content, and we can photograph these spaces. And I was like, oh, like music to my ears. This is like my dream job. And we started a business together. And partnerships are hard. And while I'm still really good friends with my partner, we no longer have our business. And it was a pretty short stint. I think we realized that we had different business foundations that the business was built on. We maybe had different goals. We were in totally different stages of our lives. And even though that was my dream, I just knew it wasn't the right time. And so 2 years ago to this last weekend, I went to a conference. And I went with her to talk about our business and to promote it. And I ironically met a woman there that I just instantly connected with. She was also in the industry. I wasn't a host yet. I had owned a property, but it was a long-term rental. And she jokingly, not jokingly, but she just said, you need to come work for us. Like, you would totally fit in with this culture. And I said, are you crazy? I have no time right now. Like, thanks for the offer, but I'm flattered, but I can't. I'm trying to build a business. I'm a mom, I'm busy, I'm a wife. Little did I know 6 months later, my life would completely change and I wouldn't have this business anymore. But I totally felt like a failure because this business that I had poured my heart and soul into for such a short amount of time, and I blew it up on social media, and I told my family and friends again, I have a new business. And they were like, here we go again. I was done. And I never told any of my family and friends I wasn't doing it anymore. If you go to my Facebook page, it's still on there. But what that journey taught me and what that journey led me to was to where I am today. So I am now the creative projects manager at Host GPO. That woman that I met worked at Host GPO. And I reached out to her and I said, I need to supplement my income. These are my skills. This is what I would like to do. And at that point, I was a short-term rental owner. And she said, great, these are the positions we're hiring for. And I was like, oh. I mean, at this point, honestly, I'll do anything to get in the industry. But they only had full-time. And I had not worked for another company full-time in Lord knows how long. And I'm a mom. How am I going to do this? But I knew that there was growth and potential, and somebody told me, go for it. And so I did. And little did I know I would be running their design program, doing exactly what I love. And I'm super proud to say that I got to where I am today because I trusted my journey. So all of you are here for a reason. And look around, this is your community. These are the women that are gonna lift you up and the men that are gonna lift you up. They are going to be here. Sorry, Rudy. They're gonna be here to guide you and just trust your journey.
And Jen too, Jen's our newest expert coach that's joined our program as well.
Okay, let's keep going here. Otherwise, I'm gonna be up here for 3 hours. Okay, my STR story. This is a really great story as well. This is my short-term rental. Thank you, thank you. This house is located in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's a small property. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath home. This is the home that my family called home for 12 years. It's the home that I brought my babies back to. So I definitely have an emotional attachment to it. And it is in my backyard, so I do drive-bys all the time. But you guys, trust me, listen to Rachel and her team. This home, my husband and I decided to keep, we grew out of this home. We decided to keep it because that kitchen we gutted down to the studs with our hands. We did every single thing in that kitchen. We love this home, great area. We're like, we'll just have it as a long-term rental. I was making 1.5 times our mortgage, great passive income. We did that for 2 years. And then we were gonna sell it. We were gonna sell it to our last tenant. And her financing fell through at the very last minute. And we were gonna sell this property when we thought it was like the peak of the real estate market. And we were gonna make a killing off this house. I went to this conference that I told you about 2 years ago where I met this group of, it was a women's conference, so it was a group of women. And one of the women, who to this day is probably one of my mentors, why would you sell that property? And I'm like, well, we need a property in a destination location if we're gonna be successful. We're not downtown. We're not on the lake. We're in Milwaukee in a great neighborhood, but if you don't know Milwaukee, nobody's gonna know that. Why would they wanna rent my house? And she was like, don't sell it. And by the way, when I got back from this conference, my house was going on the market the following day, no lie. I came home, and my husband is so supportive, and I said, we're not selling the house. We're not? No, this is our short-term rental. This is our guinea pig. We're gonna do this. And so I called my agent, who is a good friend of mine, and she was like, you gotta listen to your stomach, gotta listen to your gut. And so, being the fact that I worked at Pottery Barn, I had a lot of furniture. I was a stager, I had a lot of furniture. A lot of these pieces I already had, and I just made it work. And I also shopped locally. I don't think you need to buy every single thing brand new. If you have the means and the time, definitely pull pieces in that are local or that are used, that really are quality pieces of furniture. There's a reason why that piece of furniture has been around for 50 years, because it's quality. So we started this short-term rental, and today, during our peak months, I make 6 times our mortgage. And I'm not gonna lie when I say friends and family were like, who would stay at your house? Why? I don't know. Because I designed it to be inspiring and beautiful and welcoming. Why would you want to stay at a hotel? So this is one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about what I do as well, is because, again, if you build it, they will come. Okay, leads me to Host GPO. What is Host GPO? Well, we are basically a buying club for the short-term rental industry. So if you are looking for literally anything from mattresses, linens, furniture, amenities, what we've done is we have taken this collective buying power and we have negotiated the very best prices in the industry. I'm telling you guys, we're cutthroat. We have the best prices. Not only that, the majority of us, like Ruben said, we're hosts. We were hired for a reason. These are tried and true partnerships. These are partnerships that the general public doesn't have access to some of these. Some of them you're gonna recognize right away. Pottery Barn, Brooklinen, Williams Sonoma. By the way, I worked for Pottery Barn for 10 years. I got a 40% discount. We get a 30% discount. That is unheard of. Yeah. When I first started at Host GPO and the owner of our company, Jeff, I'm like, who is this guy? How did he get this discount? This is insane. A trade discount is 20%. Any of you that are using a designer and they're using their trade discount, tell them to get a Host GPO membership because we're gonna save them even more money. In addition to that, our partnership list is always growing. It's always growing, but I also wanna share that we're here as a resource for you guys. If you'll have my contact information after this, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I will help you in a second. And if I don't know the answer, I have a network that does. Designing your space, because this is so important. Pre-planning. Rachel already talked about researching the market in your area, but also just setting the intention for your property and your guests. What is going to set you apart? Whether you're a midterm rental or a short-term rental, why is somebody going to rent from you? You want to know that before even starting the design of your property. What is your guest experience? What tier are you going to be at? Are you a luxury property? Are you a mid-range property? That's going to make a huge difference on all of the pieces that you're looking at. It's going to make a difference on your budget. Addressing the renovations, touch-ups, and upgrades first. Prioritize necessary repairs. I can't tell you how many times I meet with members and they are about to close on a property, but that kitchen or that bathroom, it needs to be updated. But that's gonna cut into our furnishing budget, big time. I always ask them, where are your guests going to spend the majority of their time? Because if they're not spending it in the bathrooms, you don't need to put that much money in the bathrooms. Paint, wallpaper, it goes a long way. So really prioritize those necessary repairs. Designing your space. So let's talk about attention to detail. Dr. Rachel had mentioned this earlier, just the details in your space. Thinking about those full-length mirrors. Thinking about anything like a tea kettle. What are your guests going to need in order to have that unforgettable experience? High quality bedding, performance fabrics. Do you accept pets? Are you is your target avatar, are they families? That's really important. Do you have unique artwork up that's gonna help set your property apart? What about your amenities? Is that beautifully, even if it's not beautifully branded to your brand, Is it a beautifully branded, think about like your soaps. You know, what does that look like? Does it match your brand? You know? And then also balancing out functionality. You know, the aesthetics are essential, but really prioritize that practicality and that occupancy. I cannot tell you how many times I have members that come to me and they share a previous listing that they have so I can kind of see what their aesthetic is and what their vision is. And I ask them, how many people does your home sleep? And they say 10. And I say, why does your table only seat 6? Well, because I couldn't fit anything else in there. Get creative. There are ways around it. You have to get creative. Whether you are purchasing a table that extends and you're purchasing those additional 6 chairs or however many chairs, and you're maybe putting one of those in each of the bedrooms in the corner or at a desk, get creative. Because I can tell you as a mom, I don't rent from any short-term rental that's not going to seat my family. That's not going to be comfortable for my family because I've learned the hard way. I think that's another really important thing to think about too when a lot of hosts out there are just hoping to get as many beds as possible into that rental. Think about the amount of bathrooms you have in that rental. Is a family of 12 going to want to stay in a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house? I don't know. That's a lot. Think about their comfort. Think about that experience that you're giving them. And when in doubt, hire a designer to help. I have so many amazing resources in this group. You have me, you have Amy. Amy does an amazing job. Amy is very quick too, by the way. I asked her what her turnaround time was last night, and when she told me 2 weeks, I was like, no, did you hear my question? Because that's impossible. And she's like, I can do it, girl. And I was like, I believe you. Yeah. So this is the program that I run. It's the Host GPO Williams Sonoma Design Program. This program has changed tremendously over the last year and a half to really focusing on members with all budgets. In the past, we would only have a certain budget and a minimum order amount, and then we realized that there are a lot of members that still need help, maybe with one room, or they may need help on a lower budget. And so really what I do is I work with our members who need help with design services, and then I really just educate them on what does this look like? What is your budget? What is a realistic budget? I'm really honest. I'm not gonna set you guys up for failure because I really want you to know what it is that you're most likely going to spend. But also, we can do consolidated ordering as well with Williams Sonoma. But the really great thing about it is that we have so many partnerships that my team will actually source from all of our partners. You're not going to be pigeonholed into Williams Sonoma. Did you have a question?
Yes. Do you have like a percentage budget?
It's a really good question. Yeah, so typically my sweet spot is anywhere from $15 to $20 a square foot. And that is because I really firmly believe that buying quality pieces of furniture that's gonna withstand the wear and tear, it's gonna photograph really beautifully. And ultimately, I use our partners, and I can't source any really lower than that with our partners. You can absolutely go to Wayfair. You can absolutely go to Amazon. I personally shop them as well. And I think you should still do that as well. But your big core pieces of furniture, I do think it's really important to utilize the partnerships that we have because ultimately they're gonna set you up for success. Can you do it for less than that? Absolutely you can. But it's gonna take a lot more time on your part to source those items. And time is money. Does that answer your question? Okay. Spend money on the right things. Okay, let's get to the good stuff, you guys. I have 22 minutes. Okay. Signature amenities. Each one of you have an amenity kit. Open up that amenity kit, you guys. These are brand new to Host GPO. We partnered with one of our partners, Diversified Hospitality. When I say we, it's our marketing department who's absolutely amazing. They designed everything from the color of the bottles, the size of the bottles, the shapes of the bottles, the font, the scent. These here, if you're not already using or if you weren't planning to use beautifully branded bottles like this is where you need to start. These are biodegradable, gluten-free, vegan, and cruelty-free. They're available in 2 sizes, so all of you ended up getting the individual sizes. Now, these are sold in the kits. Each kit is $3.20. It's very good. Or you can buy them individually. If you buy them individually, they're about 24 cents a bottle. So you guys, we created this, but we also created it to be super affordable. That was our #1 goal. You can also purchase the refillables. The refillables are great. And then you also have the 64-ounce refillable jugs. Not jugs. What are they called? Yeah. So the refillable bottles at the bottom there, those are about $4 a bottle. And then the refillable bags, we'll call them bags. Refillable bags are something like crazy, like $6 something a bag after you purchase them. There is a minimum order amount, but it's super doable on, yeah. These currently are available to pre-order. They're going to start shipping in January. But the thing that I love most about them, again, I'm all about beautifully branded items because that's the experience I want for my guests. I used to use Public Goods. I love Public Goods. They're great. But these are cheaper, they're easier to get, and I also really like the look, and I think it goes with any aesthetic. So if you guys have any questions about our signature amenities, let me know. We are going to post this, not currently on our portal. There is going to be a shower caddy, like a shower caddy that attaches to the wall as well. High quality mattresses, again, this is where your guests are spending half of their time, really. I mean, don't skip out on the mattresses. So what we've done is we've partnered, we actually have a few different mattress companies that we partner with. One of our top selling mattresses is the Helix Hospitality. Who in here has ordered a Helix Hospitality? Okay. You're not gonna find another mattress of this quality at this price point. So just to give you an idea, this queen size mattress retails for $10.99. It ships to you for free, $359, and it comes with a 10-year warranty. It arrives within 5 to 15 business days. $359 for a queen-size mattress. Hybrid, you don't need a box spring with it. So that's already gonna save you some money as well. I own one in my personal home. It's in my daughter's room. I've slept on it many times. I honestly ordered it because I was like, I sell so many of these. Like, I really, truly care about what I'm selling, and I mean, at $359, what do I have to lose? I was blown away. I honestly, you guys, the thing is it's really very, very similar to the Helix Midnight, but look at the Helix Midnight mattress. The packaging is completely different, and there's a bunch more of like logos and marketing on this mattress that you can't see here. They've stripped all of that, and it's 2 inches shorter, which makes it a lot more affordable for them to manufacture, which is why they've passed the discount over to us, and this is not available with the general public. In addition to that, Helix was rated the highest mattress company of 2023. This is an amazing thing that you guys can put in your listing as well. You have Helix mattresses, and then in parentheses put highest rated mattress of 2023. Now, if you are going luxe and you're like, I need a luxe mattress, I highly recommend the Helix Luxe mattresses. You do receive 50% off with the Host GPO membership. You guys, I'm gonna have all of this information for you as well. So, Unique Decor, these are a few of the partnerships that I wanna point out. Society 6. 6 is an amazing resource. It's an online marketplace of really unique wall art, decor, and lifestyle goods, but I would say the majority of our members use it for the wall art, and then they have wall murals, like wallpapered murals that you can purchase as well. You get 45% off of all of their wall art. The really cool thing about the wall art is that, and actually with anything that they sell, is it's local artists. So I could upload my work and they would sell it for me. So what's really cool is you can actually source and search for, maybe you have a mountain home and you really want these unique pieces that are from Colorado. You could type that in and it'll pull all of that up, and then you can have it printed on canvas, you can have it framed. There's so many things that they'll do. But also what Society 6 offers is they have an art curator that works with their staff that I send members over to all the time. And then what they'll do is they'll work with your budget, and they'll curate art for you to really help set your property apart. Rugs USA. Oh, Rugs USA. This is one of my favorites. They sell rugs, but a lot of people don't realize that they also sell lighting. They have a great selection of lighting and accessories like poofs, which if you have an area that's really small and you need more seating, or if you have a kids area, throw some poofs in there. Not only is it going to act as another seating area for the kids, or even like an area for like your guests to throw up their feet as like an ottoman. They're super affordable and they just add so much vibrance to a space. With Rugs USA, our partnership just recently changed. So they have all these amazing collaborations with these super famous and well-known designers, and we never received a discount on those. And it would, I swear, every time I'd like source a rug, I'd be like, never mind, that's a collaboration. I can't get the discount. So we actually now receive 30% off the lowest mark price. And so some of these rugs are like, honestly, like $1,000 for an 8x10 rug, and then it's marked down to $395, and you get an additional 30% on top of that. Like if you are sourcing rugs, this is your best friend right here. Backdrop, I love backdrop paint. I love it for a few reasons. It's eco-friendly. Again, I'm all about branding, even though I'm not setting this in my short-term rental, but I am a sucker for buying things that are beautifully branded. And they have already curated their color selections, and they've narrowed it down to something like, I don't know, 60, maybe 50, maybe even less than that. Maybe it's even 40. But they're colors that are trending and they're beautiful, and I don't have to look through a swatch deck of literally thousands of colors. This is a newer partnership for us, Nearly Natural. For those of you that don't know, they have artificial botanicals. And if there's one thing that you can do for your rentals, definitely put in greenery. But the last thing you want to do is put in greenery that looks plastic. Nobody wants to see that. Nearly Natural is a wholesale company that the Williams-Sonoma brand, so like Pottery Barn, West Elm, they source from Nearly Natural. Because I worked at Pottery Barn for so long, I definitely can recognize their pieces from Nearly Natural. So I was able to find this olive tree from Pottery Barn, which we sold a ton of. It's $89. We can get the exact olive tree, which they source from Nearly Natural, for $54.25. It's a huge savings, huge. Dedicated workspaces, again, this is really important. How many of you who have rentals currently are really focusing on the traveler that is working remote? How many of you provide screens for them, computer screens, for them to plug into? Why? Because here's the thing, I know, like for me, anybody who's working virtually, not anybody, but a lot of people who work virtually use another screen because their laptop is so small. And I personally am not gonna travel with another screen, but I can tell you if I'm staying somewhere for a month, I'm not gonna go buy one, but if they have one, that's another reason for me to book that place. And they're cheap, they're not expensive. So think about that. Think about upgrading and having another monitor for them to use. But also think about that workspace and where it's located within the house. Now, if your target avatar is families, where is that workspace? Is it in the living area? Because I can tell you, I don't like working around my kids. I can't. I need to be I'll probably sit in a bedroom on a bed and be really uncomfortable. So really just make sure that any workspace that you have, if you can, try to make it private. That's gonna be ideal. Contract grade furniture, this is so important. There's a reason why hotels use contract grade furniture. It lasts. It photographs beautifully. It withstands the wear and tear. So why would we do any different in a short-term rental or a midterm rental? We shouldn't. So I don't think you need everything that's contract grade, but I think what I like to call the core pieces of furniture, so like your bed frames, your dining chairs, your coffee tables, your sofas, we partner with companies that sell contract grade furniture. So when you're on Pottery Barn's website, Crate and Barrel's website, it's going to let you know with an icon if it's contract grade. One thing that I want to share, and I also want to let everyone know that Tonight or tomorrow night, if anyone is interested, I would love to sit down and walk you through our portal, because I will be really honest, if you're not a Host GPO member, it's super overwhelming and you just really have no idea, like, where do I go, what do I do? So I would love to just sit down and answer all of your questions, walk through the portal, show you some of my favorites as well. But one of the things that we've done to really just make this process easier for our members is we've created these host boxes. And we've really put in all of the work and taken out all of the guessing work for our members. So for instance, we have these bed boxes and bath boxes. This is in partnership with one of my favorite textile companies, which is Standard Textile. Literally, if you go to our portal and you put in the amount of beds and the amount of bathrooms and your occupancy for that specific space, it'll let you know, it'll drop everything into your cart, what you need for that bathroom, and then also what you need for those beds. Everything from mattress protectors to sheet sets to the pillows to the inserts. So again, it's just, we're here to help you. We're here to make this process as easy as possible. This kitchen box here, we have 2 kitchen boxes in partnership with Williams Sonoma. These are great. We have a standard kitchen box and we also have a chef's kitchen box. Even if you decide that you can buy these locally, use this as a tool, you guys. Use this as a list that you can be like, okay, spent hours on this and we've perfected it. And you can drop that into your cart, but you can also customize it. So if you're like, I don't need this blender, I can get a cheaper blender, or I already know I don't need this, or I already have this, you can go ahead and customize your cart. Really quickly, I just want to touch on the ordering timeline. I think a lot of people, when they're 6 weeks, 2 months out, they think, oh, I have a lot of time yet. I don't need to rush into this. It's never too early to start shopping for furniture. Logistically, it's going to take a bit to get to you, especially if it's a white glove service where they're bringing it in and they're setting it up. So even if you think you have time, start sourcing. Really, for furniture, I like to say 6 weeks out. If you're at 2 weeks, go see Amy. She'll help you. Linens, I really like to say 3+ weeks. And then mattresses, honestly, mattresses, kitchen supplies, rugs, art, amenities, you're looking at about 2 weeks. But that really helps too, I think, especially if you're doing this for the first time, just to kind of get an idea, because I think at first we feel so overwhelmed. And if you know that I don't have to worry about this stuff right now, I can just focus on the big things, that's really helpful. Also, I had mentioned we want to be here for a resource for you guys. If you do not follow our Hosting Hub blog, please follow. You can go to, if you can literally type in Host GPO blog and it'll come up. It's the Hosting Hub. Go ahead, scroll all the way to the bottom and click on receive our newsletters. We have everything from member spotlights, getting started, things about business, about design, about news. And this is one of our recent blog posts that I co-wrote with our marketing department. These are my top 10 products for a vacation rental that are sold through Host GPO. And I have a QR code for you guys to get directly to this blog post here in a bit. What I want to provide for you guys is we're going to give you a 3-month trial. For those of you that have had a trial already with Host GPO and maybe you weren't ready to move forward, let me know. I'll just extend it for you. It's not an issue. But what this is going to do is you're going to get a 3-month trial, no obligation. We don't ask for a credit card or anything like that. But this is really just a good opportunity for you to get in just to see what we're all about. Like I said, I don't think you should buy every single thing from us because we don't have the perfect partner for every single thing that you need. And I'll be really honest with you. If you write to me and you're like, Jen, I need window coverings, I'm going to tell you, you can definitely get them from the Williams Sonoma brands or from Crate and Barrel, and they're beautiful, but they're going to eat a lot of your budget up. Go to Amazon, go to Target, or go to a local store. But we have so many amazing things we can help you with. And again, our partnerships are only growing. And then if you want to take a look at this top 10 blog, I have everything in here from my favorite sheet set, my favorite dining chairs that are probably some of the most affordable chairs that you're going to find. They're indoor and outdoor. My favorite chairs from West Elm that with our discount, you guys, are just under $300. The pen chairs from West Elm, I own 2 of them. I bought them for my short-term rental, and they're sitting in my primary home because I never took them over there because I liked them so much. I actually told Dr. Rachel I added the chairs. I don't know if you remember. It's our first call. I was like, these chairs are amazing. They don't get enough credit. They're actually the chairs that were in my dining room of a picture that I had on here. But anyway, all right, those are the pen chairs. You guys, and they come in 3 different colors. Oh, can I also mention, because I think a lot of people don't realize this, a lot of people, when it comes to performance grade fabrics, don't really realize the importance of a performance grade fabrics. And then they also don't realize like what is really performance grade. One of my favorite fabrics for a rental is velvet. I know people are like, velvet? That's not gonna hold up. You guys, it is one of the most durable fabrics out there. Think about it. You can scrub and scrub and scrub and scrub and scrub. The linen, it's not weaved together, right? So it's not gonna start pilling on you. It's not like a basket weave where, you know, anything you spill on it is gonna like soak in. So these are a velvet material, the pen chairs, and so they're super durable. Style-wise, I feel like you could fit them in so many different aesthetics. But again, I think that it's just so important. I was talking to our marketing team and I'm like, I use these all the time for my designs. I need to share this with everyone because this is why we're here. We're here to help you and we're here to make it as easy as possible. So with that being said, thank you for listening to me. I think about 15 minutes, maybe even a little bit longer. Yeah, okay, for questions. So if anybody has any questions, yes.
Do you have any tips on right and wrong ways to do mural walls or like with picture framing? Do you have any like beginner
like gallery walls?
Thank you, yeah.
Yes. So let me go back here. This is a really good question. Do you see on the bottom right-hand corner that gallery wall? Mm-hmm. That's a gallery wall in my short-term rental, obviously. Thank you.
Yes.
This was not expensive, you guys. This artwork, a lot of it is I ordered off of Etsy, and I had it printed myself. And I printed it at Office Max. Office Max, Staples, they all do amazing print jobs. A lot of those frames I purchased, the big ones I purchased through IKEA. IKEA has amazing frames. You guys, if you want to frame large format art, that's your best friend. And some of the frames I honestly just had because if I see a really cool frame, I love shopping at thrift stores as well. So if I see something, I buy it. I have so many frames in my basement. Every time I bring one home, I try to hide it from my husband because I think he thinks I'm crazy. But then I make this and I'm like, see, I didn't have to spend any money today. But the cool thing about this is that, do you notice how close these are hung together? There's not a lot of space in between it. The biggest mistake that I see when people are hanging gallery walls are they're putting a small picture on the wall and then like a foot away is another small photo. That's not making a statement, you guys. You really, right. Yeah, it's making the wrong statement, yes. So what I suggest doing is I suggest choosing, like there are black frames, natural colored frames, and a few brown frames. And I suggest choosing between 2 and 4 colors. And then the artwork really is, for me, I just wanted things that spoke to me. I wanted it to be very artistic. Our home is branded, I didn't even tell you guys this, it's called the Collected Casa. It's the Collected Casa because my husband and I, we love traveling to Mexico. It holds a very special place in our heart, but I live in Wisconsin. I mean, I couldn't really be like, welcome to my beach house. But what I could do is I could pull in those special touches, that beautiful artwork, you know, those agave plants, and the bright colors. And that's what makes it stand out. You guys, this short-term rental is almost double what my competition is per night. And in December, it's the winter months in Wisconsin. I'm booked all but 3 days right now. That table is the Anton table from West Elm. I love that table. It's super durable. It works in so many different aspects. These are the chairs I was telling you about. Chairs are from Article. Before our discount, I think they're $69 a piece. That's before our discount. Then we get 20% on top of that. They come in a wide range of colors. So if you're looking to add like a pop of color to any room, this would be a really great opportunity. Also, if you're on a really strict budget, you're not gonna find chairs that are much lower than that, and they're probably gonna break down right away. These are super durable. I actually have these in my primary home as well. Yes?
Do you have bar stools that you recommend?
It depends. It depends on what style of bar stool you're looking for. Are you looking for something that swivels? Do you want one with a back on it for comfort?
I like one with a back on there, but I want to ensure that the material is not one where guests will turn the chair and then it gets caught
Yep.
under the island and then, you know.
Let's connect. Let's connect and we'll talk about it because I would have to pull some stuff up and really just understand a little bit more about your aesthetic. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So when it comes to the 6-week out furniture type of lead time, and let's say you don't have like the house secure yet,
Yeah.
how do you choose the furniture that's the right aesthetic for that house?
That's a really good question. And I would suggest not purchasing your furniture until you have that house. So with our program, it depends on the partner that you're ordering from. And you have to be really careful because if you're under contract for a home and you start purchasing all of your furniture and say that home falls through, you don't want to be stuck with pieces that are final sale, you know? And so you really want to be careful about what you order beforehand, unless you know absolutely that I'll get another property and I know it'll work in this property. But in that case, many of the retailers that we partner with have in stock ready to ship furniture pieces. I think if you're on a shorter time frame, Article is going to be your very best friend. For those of you that are not familiar with Article, it's a Canadian-based company. They have great pieces of furniture. I would say their inventory is much, much smaller than like a Williams Sonoma brand. We partner with Article. We get a 20% discount, and they also let you stack that discount. So like these Black Friday deals, you guys, like it was insane. We had a sofa that was on, we also sent it's called a turnover report, which our marketing team puts together, and it is, you guys, it is top notch. There was a beautiful sofa, very mid-century modern style. You could get it, I think it was honestly for like 400 something. It was insane. And I think it retailed for like $1,000 originally, and then with their discount and then our discount. But the thing that I love about Article is that their logistics is spot on. It's spot on. When they say they're gonna deliver, they're gonna deliver. But they also have 3 different options when it comes to delivery. You can do white glove where they bring it in and they set it up, they take away all the boxes. They can bring it into your house for a lower price point, or they can leave it on your doorstep. So if you're handy and you're like, I don't need to pay this additional amount, I can do this myself. I think it's like $49 and you can literally ship as many pieces of furniture as that you've purchased, which is incredible.
So there's a monthly membership?
Yes. Oh, good. I meant to talk about that. Yes. So we are a membership-based program. So what you're going to receive is 3 months as a free trial. From there, we charge for, I'm assuming for all of you, it would be $120 annually. Your first, you guys, I know. It goes up from there if you have, I think it's 20 plus properties. And I don't think anyone in here has 20 plus properties. But the thing that's really cool about that is that, in all honesty, you're going to save probably more than that on your first order alone. You order 1 mattress, I mean, you've saved 3 times that, almost. And if for some reason you don't save, and you don't use your membership and you've paid for the year, we'll refund you. Seriously, we will. Like I'm telling you, Jeff Olulian, who is the founder of this company, is like truly one of the, he's so amazing. And the reason why he started this company is because he was arbitraging multi-million-dollar homes in LA. And he was furnishing them, and he was literally going to places like, because this was back in the day when you could put furniture into a home and it would rent. And so he was going to IKEA for these multi-million-dollar homes. And he would have like 24 carts at the checkout, and he said checking out would take 3 hours. And then he'd go to the local mattress store, and they wouldn't give him any type of discount. And he's like, I'm buying 50 mattresses. And so he's like, there has to be a better way to do this. And so we've been in business for about 4 years, and he started, I think I've been there for a year and a half now. I think I was number 14 and we're up to 28 people now. We're growing very quickly. Super proud about this company, like really proud. I think that, I mean, it's so easy for me to talk about it because I believe in it and I just want to share with everyone. But the thing is like I said, Jeff's also a lawyer by trade and he's very cutthroat when it comes to discounts. You will not find a better discount with these retailers with any other GPO. We were the very first GPO for this industry. And we have, oh my goodness, we have so many amazing partnerships in the pipeline right now that I wish I could talk about, but you'll see them soon enough. So yes.
No, just for those who might not be familiar what GPO stands for.
It's a group purchasing organization. So those of you in the medical industry, like that probably sounds pretty familiar. So basically, again, group purchasing organization, we take this collective buying power. We have about 300,000 units underneath our umbrella. And so that gives us the ability to go to these retailers and negotiate these discounts and then pass them along to you. Any other questions right now? Yes.
So I'm in the market looking for like the bathroom things, like the shampoos, lotion, things like. So you got the one that you showed us and that we have, that will not be available until January. But
You can pre-order it now, and then it'll ship in January. What my suggestion is I would highly suggest going with this company or with this one here. I would suggest, for the time being, because it's just such a short amount of time, going to like your local Target and buying something that's really beautifully branded to use. Yeah. Also, one thing that I didn't mention, one of my favorite textile companies is Standard Textile. I don't know if any of you have used Standard Textile, but I did bring samples with me to share with all of you. So there's 3 different ones here to choose from. This is the Comfort 12. This is my favorite. The reason why I love this is I love the price point, number 1. I usually go for high-end luxe, but for any of you that know anything about sheet sets, which I didn't when I started, if it's 100% cotton, it's gonna come out of the dryer wrinkly. And so like when you're staying at the Ritz, Standard Textile, they outfit the Ritz. Like they use their sheet sets, they use their Mashoni line. They have commercial steamers, right? But with this one here, I like it because there's also, and you guys can come up and I'll pass some of these around. There's a striped pattern to it, which I really like. I think it just helps elevate the bed. And whether you're doing triple sheeting, duvet covers, quilts, you know, these are great. But the reason why I like Standard Textile so much is they're a hospitality textile company. So this is what they're doing. They're sending all of this stuff to the hotels. They're in this industry for a reason. When I first started, I purchased my sheet sets from Amazon. They had 5-star ratings. I thought this was perfect. I got them. They were soft. I washed them. I put them on the bed. Within 3 months, they started to pill. I'm like, these have a 5-star rating. I called the company, or I contacted the company through Amazon, and they immediately asked me, how often are you washing these? Probably 3 times a week, I don't know. Immediately, we're not a hospitality grade company. I was like, oh, I didn't even know that there was a difference.
I don't think everyone's hearing this. For those multitasking, come back to us. Give us that story again, because that's the biggest difference. We use reviews on Amazon.
Does anybody want? If you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I first started, I ordered my sheet sets off of Amazon. They had 5-star rating. I thought, great price point. It was pretty comparable to like Costco. I ended up placing an order, got them. They were very soft. I was happy with them. Within 3 months, they started to pill. And I thought, oh, this is interesting because they had a 5-star rating. So I contacted the company through Amazon. And immediately they asked how often I was washing my sheet sets. And I said 3 times a week on average. And they said, we're not a hospitality grade sheet set company. I didn't know that there was a difference, you guys. I didn't know there was hospitality grade versus residential grade. And so this is why we partner with these companies, because we're setting you up for success. Not only that, but when you think about your systems and when you start to purchase more properties and you have more properties in the same area and you're providing sheet sets, you want the exact same thing because you can purchase in case packs, you can get a discount. But also, if you're purchasing to replenish, maybe you only need to purchase pillowcases. You can't purchase sheet sets from Costco and just go and buy pillowcases. Chances are you may not even find that same line again, and then you have mismatches. And so really, we're here to also educate and share, like, building those processes from the very beginning, that's what's gonna set you up for success.
The other thing I want to highlight with those sheets that I would like is two-sided, right?
Yes.
Or the right side.
Yes, so it depends on which line you go with, but one of the things with standard textile that I also love is that the inside of the sheet set, there is a thread, a colored thread. And if you have a larger home and your turnover team is making a lot of beds,
Bedrooms, if you have a formless bedroom, you could easily have 8, 10, 12 beds in there.
Yeah.
Bunks, right?
Yeah.
so you have,
Making beds is like a whole thing.
and you have all different sizes, right?
Yeah.
And so your team will know blue goes with the king size beds.
Oh, nice.
Orange goes with the queen size beds. It's just a little thread. There isn't like another company out there like Standard Textile. In addition to that, you guys, if you're interested and when you're ready to start looking at sheet sets, their customer service is amazing. We have a team over there that works specifically with Host GPO. I'll connect you with one of their representatives. They'll get on a call with you and they'll send you full-size samples that you can literally use in your home. They also, when they arrive to your house, they're pre-washed with Tide detergent. So you do not have to spend all that time washing them.
I think I have to do
Go ahead.
Because I have to wash all my stuff when I buy it. I don't like just throwing it in there.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Wash it. My question was, when we sign up for the membership, because I kind of missed it, but are all the companies there that we just reach out to that are in the members only?
Yes. And I can share if you're interested. Like I said, either tonight, it depends on our schedule. Tonight or tomorrow night.
Right now, we're gonna actually do workshop work. So you're talking, we sign up for a Host GPO.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay?
And then,
we can ask questions. So we have three-month trial.
yep, a 3-month trial. And then I had mentioned to the attendees tonight, if you're interested, I'll sit down and I'll go through the portal and I'll share, what to do, where to find things, because it can be really overwhelming. And like I said, we're here to help you. And then, can I borrow this? This is also our catalog here. So you're gonna see a lot of our retailers in here as well. Again, you guys, our partnerships are growing quickly. So not all of our partnerships are in here, but this is gonna give you an idea too of who our partners are. And then we also have the tote bags, which if you aren't familiar with the IKEA-sized tote bags, you literally can fit everything, even your children, in them. So those are really good too. You're welcome. Any other questions?